Hi, welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is the aftermath. Well, I got my shirt. You know what? This shirt, I call this like my official Man United away shirt because I always going to remember this shirt for years to come for when Danny Welbeck scored that goal. That's why I love this shirt, right? But yesterday, Welbeck weren't playing. It was a whole different picture and really a game of two halves. If you've ever heard of that phrase, a game of two halves, it was summed up yesterday. In the first half, Arsenal were absolutely terrible. They didn't show up. I mean, players like Santi Cazorla, who've been controlling games, was really, really flat. Alexis Sanchez was poor. Ramsey playing over on the right-hand side just didn't work. And you know what? United deserved to be in the lead. It was a sloppy play again. Getting beat at that back post is driving me mad. Where we tried to sort of both, Monreal and Koscielny going in to try and deal with Fellaini, forgetting that, hey, what about the other players who come in behind? And Herrera tucked that goal away. And for a long period of time, it was looking that we weren't going to get nothing out of the game. I didn't think we had a shot in the first half. But in the second half now, we came out, we started getting our game together, started passing the ball. And when we introduced Theo Walcott and we introduced Jack Wilshere, the game changed. We were dynamic, we were getting forward with pace, we were passing the ball, we had the better chances, and inevitably the goal came. It was a deflected goal, and there were some United fans saying to me yesterday, yeah, the goal was deflected. What about the first game? The goal that was deflected in off of Gibbs. They conveniently forget that. It doesn't matter. It was an equaliser. Great point for Arsenal. It was brilliant because it felt like a bit of a win, actually, because you know that all them United fans were expecting to go home with a 1-0 or to get the victory when it was so late in the game, and it was great. And to hear all the Arsenal fans singing at the end, that was brilliant. And you know what? If you get a chance, watch some of our videos from yesterday. There was one Man United fan, and full credit for him to come in on Arsenal Fan TV, but I couldn't get this guy. He was telling me, right, that he couldn't hear Arsenal fans. Now, even when Van Gaal came on at the end to give his speech, he got drowned out by Arsenal fans singing about Wembley. Throughout the game, Arsenal fans, listen to the wicked video of Arsenal fans singing about David De Gea. The atmosphere was brilliant yesterday from Arsenal fans, as usual. That was our last away game of the season, but the away support this season absolutely been brilliant from all Arsenal fans. It doesn't matter whether it's a Monday night, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're always there. It's always packed. And full credit to those away fans that have been following Arsenal all around the country all season. They were absolutely magnificent yesterday. That guy, I think maybe he needs to get his ears tested. Maybe go along to the doctors today and clean out some of the wax out of his ears if he couldn't hear anything. But listen, let's get into the tweets. Let's see what you guys had to say about the game. TBH Overmars says, the first half, Arsenal was at their near worst. Second half, Arsenal at their near best. Many things could have been done better, but I think he's pleased with the result. Mohammed Ibrahim says, Walcott has a huge impact. Doesn't give opposition defenders a minute's peace. Got to start him in the cup final. And now there's an argument for saying that Theo's, because it did change the game. And I think Mo was saying it yesterday. It means that defences have to defend differently because of his pace. And you saw yesterday, they were in a panic at the back. All of a sudden, with the pace that Arsenal injected in it, United were just on the back foot. They were all over the place. And if we'd have probably done that earlier, I reckon we could have won that game. Should probably have won the game because we had some other chances as well to win it. Alex Batt says, game of two halves started so poorly with Cazorla having trouble. Last 30 minutes was a lot better. Wenger's subs got us the point, and that's true. He was pretty good with his substitutions yesterday, Arsene Wenger. Very positive substitutions, and it worked out. Lurkin de Birkin says, for a large majority of the game, we were outplayed and poor all over the pitch, but for 30 minutes we dominated and we could have won the game. Simba says, we didn't play well or dictate the play as we normally do, but we deserved at least a point for our dogged determination. Rico says, Arsenal were poor in the first half. Ramsey going into the centre. Great point. And Wilshere and Walcott coming on changed the game. Mubarak says, Theo, Wilshere and Gibbs need to start the next game. Also, Santi and Sanchez need a rest, and we need a world-class striker. Definitely, I think he's right there. I'd like to see Alexis Sanchez given the next 2 games off, and probably Santi Cazorla as well. Bring in some of the other players who haven't had a game. Rest those guys. I want those guys sharp for that cup final, and they didn't look sharp at all yesterday. Teddy C1 says, a game of 2 very different halves in comparison to each other. Sloppy and reliant in the first 60, creative and dangerous in the last 30. Alex E1886 Pendleton says, a game of 2 halves has to be sorted. Poor in the first half, losing balls, sloppy, no creativity, but good fighting spirit in the second. He's right there. We've got to stop playing 45 minutes of games and start playing 90 minutes like we were a few weeks ago. And finally, Jamie Lee, he says, Old Trafford isn't an easy place to go to. The way we played in the second half shows progress. Still a way to go, but it was progress. It was a point there at Old Trafford. That point should, it sets us in a really good position to finish in that 3rd place. We don't want that qualifier. I keep saying it. You don't know who you could get in that qualifier. You can get a dud team, but you can also get a half-decent team, even though you're seeded, that can test you all the way, and you may not make it to the Champions League. And that, that's an absolute disaster in itself. So I'm just glad that it looks like we're going to get that 3rd place now. Hopefully, just 1 point from the next 2 games. Hopefully, get 3 points on Wednesday against Sunderland, and then we can go into the weekend, rest a load of players, give some players like Callum Chambers, etc., a game, Kieran Gibbs, and let players battle it out to try and get into that FA Cup final, which is going to be a massive game. You know what the great thing was yesterday? To see United fans going home. Their season's over. It's done. Ours ain't. We've still got the FA Cup. Yeah? When was the last time you won a trophy? We still got the FA Cup. We're the holders, and we got a chance to defend it. So that was great. Thanks for everybody who's subscribed and commented. It's been brilliant. Once again, congratulations to the winner of the Santi Cazorla shirt. If you don't know who the winner is, the video will be coming out later on. You'll be able to see who the winner was that competition. And don't forget, we've got a brand new FA Cup final t-shirt coming out. That's going to be out very shortly. That will be available in our shop. Make sure you purchase that if you can. Arsenal Fan TV, feeling in a good mood. Couple of more games left in the league, and then it's all about the FA Cup. He's off to the